Hello and welcome to another episode of Davina's Recipes for Life. In this episode, we'll be making Dal Makhani. Nice restaurant-style recipe, slow-cooked lentils in a nice buttery sauce. Now, this one is said to have originated in the 1950s, so it does have a kind of history. It was created by the same owners of this restaurant called Moti Mahal, who also created butter chicken, and they were now looking for a way to create a vegetarian dish that would blow away their customers. And this was the answer: slow-cooked lentils in butter and other aromatic spices, which is a dish fit for royalty. And there are so many different names for that: maa ki dal, dal bukhara, dal maharani, kali dal, whatever. It's just one and the same thing, and this is the only recipe you'll ever need. So first we're going to prepare our lentils. What we're going to do is boil some black lentils, 1.5 cups of whole black gram, which is the urad dal, which still has a little bit of the skin on. Next, you're going to add about 1/4 cup of kidney beans or rajma. You're going to wash it and soak it overnight or for minimum 8 to 10 hours. So after it's done soaking, you're going to add them all to a pressure cooker. Add some salt to taste, half a teaspoon of red chili powder and water, and then you're going to start boiling your lentils. You're going to cook your dal for around 30 to 40 minutes minimum, or around 2 or 3 whistles on a low medium flame, or until soft and slightly mushy. The dal should be cooked through. For best results, you may wish to slow down the cooking process and do about an hour or so on a low flame. Sometimes when you cook your dal, there may be something chalky in the water called scum, so please remove that one. Fortunately, I never had any scum in mine, so I just went on to the next step. Step 2, you're going to prepare your gravy for the dal. So let's discuss an essential ingredient for this one. Stay tuned to this if you're new to cooking. If not, you can skip this. Now I often mention something called ginger garlic paste. Basically, I make mine at home, though you can get some in the market if you look. For this dal, you can blend about 4 to 5 cloves of garlic or 3/4 to 1 inch ginger. Basically peel, roughly cut, don't chop, and blend this with a little bit of water until it's nice and smooth like this. It's called ginger garlic paste. And now what you're going to do is start preparing your gravy. Heat about 1 tablespoon of oil, and to that you'll add about 3 to 4 tablespoons of butter. And then you're going to add a pinch of asafoetida or hing. Next, you're going to add about half a teaspoon of cumin seeds or jeera and cook them until they slightly crackle. And then you're going to add in your ginger garlic paste that we talked about and just cook them until they're nice and golden brown and fragrant. That's what you're looking for. See how golden brown that one is? Now to that, you're also going to add about 200 ml of both canned and fresh tomato puree. Basically, that's 3 medium tomatoes puree. You're going to cook everything until it's nice and fragrant and the oil starts to float up. Mix this well until you get an almost shiny color and smooth consistency. Basically, the oils should start to float on the top a little bit and the mixture should start to smell fragrant. Also, it should feel a little less liquid and more creamy, and you need to be a little patient here because this can take about 10 to 12 minutes. The key to a dal here is to cook it nice and slow and really take your time. This one here will be faster than restaurants because we're using a different type of gas stove at home. At restaurants, Sikh temples, or places where they employ traditional methods, they'll slow cook this for up to 24 hours. So this is just one of those recipes where you take your time, cook with love, listen to your favorite songs or whatever, and just be happy. So once that's done, you're going to add the masala back to your cooked dal. Mix everything well. You're going to get a color like this. Add some red chili powder, about half a teaspoon. Add again about half a teaspoon of garam masala powder. And then when I pressure cooked my dal, I had seasoned it with enough salt. If you don't want to add salt at this point for this reason, it's okay. If you want to add it at this point, please do. And I will add some more salt before serving. So now you're just going to simmer this for another 20 to 30 minutes on low flame. You can cook it for as long as you want. The longer the better. And some restaurants, in fact, cook this for days as well. Just make sure to add enough water, salt, and other spices to keep the consistency. When you're done with that, you're going to add about half teaspoon of dried fenugreek leaves, which is called kasuri methi, more salt, about half a teaspoon more of red chili powder or less, and little pinch of garam masala until you are happy with the taste. Next, you're going to add some extra butter, and then you're going to add about 1 to 2 tablespoons of cream, and you're going to mix that well. I used whipping cream because that was easy for me to find. So what you're going to do is now top your dal with the cream, garnish with coriander and red chili powder, and then you're going to add a little bit of extra butter, and then your dal makhani is ready. You can serve this with your favorite rice or bread and then enjoy. I recommend pudina paratha, which is mint layered flatbread, or garlic naan. And that's it. Do try this recipe. I've simplified it a lot for you because it's really, really worth a try.